All right, we just got our parts back for the 1980 FLH 80 cubic inch Shovelhead. We had a few issues with the machine shop. I'm not too happy with their service. I'll unbox what we got back here real quick. Had a problem with the truck yesterday. So I had to take the sidecar down. All nice and packed up in there. All right. The camera keeps turning on me every time I do that. All right, so we marked it here. This is their mark. This is our mark. They changed the valve in the rear head, but then they tried to claim that the bent valve was a cause of this piston ring, and he wanted to point out to me that this piston ring is wrong. It should say top on that top piston ring, and it does not. They're trying to say that these are damaged old piston rings and they're not right for the bike. But I questioned him in regards to this, and he said that, you know, the owner of the shop wasn't present during this. The other guy did not speak very good English, and I asked him, is there a possibility you got these two switched? And he said no, they didn't take them off. And I said, well, I thought you were doing a full inspection. So let's push the first one down, spin this around. What does that say right there? So they put the top ring on the second ring land when they pulled this apart to do their inspection, because that's not the way it was when I took it to them. I have other pictures of the assembly and whatnot. So when I got it back originally, and I'll show you, I had documented that as well, the pistons were mixed up. They had marked my rear piston for the front cylinder and had them sitting in the cylinders like this when I got them. Now I got those old rings. They're actually in a box over here for the customer. But anyways, I had a bit of a tail mark on here, and that's how I spotted it. There was a tail mark on the piston, and that told me that the rear piston actually belonged not in the front cylinder, but in the rear cylinder. So I switched them around. So get that one out. You guys aren't looking down in the box really, are you? So I got the other one in here. This is the front. And if you look on this one, let's put the cylinder over here. If you look at this one, now we just had a problem with the bent valve on the rear. And so that one says top on the top. All right, sorry about that. Got a little interrupted in that process. We'll splice these two videos together. He insisted on wrapping this stuff, so I wonder what they were hiding. Told him it didn't wrap. So we'll see. This is the rear head. This is the one they did the valve, put the valve in. We'll unwrap it and see. Sorry about that quick spin, guys. All right, let's get this thing unwrapped. I'm not happy with them and their service. So they tried to say that the piston rings were bad. That's probably what caused it. Alright, so this is the head they did the work on. The valve they installed that was bent. And they were supposed to put new valve guides on this. I mean valve seals. And so they're supposed to measure the valve guide, make sure everything was good, ream it to the new valve, and grind the valve faces. So we're gonna have to have this disassembled and measured. So that's where we're at. That's our rear. And so this is the valve they said they took out, and the other two valve seals. So these are old, they just took them out. The other ones I gave them green. So if these were in there, these were the old valve seals and they never changed them. And this is the valve they gave me. Let's see if I can give you guys a really good look at that. Let's see if it'll focus on it. Alright, so you see the discoloration down the valve. He said he ground the valve. And most likely what he done was he ground through the protective coating. It overheated. You see this all stuck to the valve stem? It's a bunch of welded on material stuck to the valve stem. Camera's not really picking it up so well. Let's get a little, there you go. It's too close. See all that? That's not all of it. There's a huge booger right there. A heavy ridge. That's a heavy ridge right there. Alright, and then we got a bend. She's bent, so she's not sitting flush into the head. And we've got a damaged spot. Stupid camera won't pick it up. Right there. See it? And all them boogers on there. It's a discoloration where they ground this valve. So most likely it seized in the valve guide just long enough for the piston to come up and kiss it and knock it back in, and that tiny little kiss was enough to bend this. So the stem's bent and then the face is damaged. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pull out the other head, take a look at it real quick, get it unwrapped. And we're going to have these disassembled and checked and measured. Most likely I'll do it myself. We'll be very thorough and document the process. See what we find out. Alright, so this one's definitely showing some wear marks where it had run, so they didn't resurface any of this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and document the hell out of it. Pull it all apart. Measure everything really, really carefully. And see what we got. So, exhaust. So, exhaust valve. Not intake, exhaust valve. So the smaller of the two is what we had. And so rear, and if that's facing forward, that is intake valve. It fits perfectly. I'm not seeing anything that caught it, but there's no damage in here. But most likely that's what happened, is the valve was open. Like that. And the piston hit it. See right there? Pink. So that's a possibility. So, but all right, stay tuned.